For some, perhaps, others see familiar faces and friends, and now they take the walk out that Elizabeth just showed us out to the pool deck as they're introduced for this final. We'll see an Olympian crowned here. Katinka Hosse, a terrific swimmer from Hungary, holds the world record in this event. Melanie Margalis from the United States, second in the Olympic trials in 2016 and fourth in the Olympic Games. She's in lane 2. Emma Barksdale is next to her in lane 1, the 23-year-old from Davis, California, 14th in the 400 IM at trials in 2016. There's the aforementioned Margalis, now 29 years old, has an Olympic gold medal in the 4x2 free relay from 2016. Megan Small, the 23-year-old, is in lane 3. In lane 4, Alex Walsh, one of two back-to-back Virginia Cavaliers, 19 years old, great promise and talent, and maybe their moment is going to be here. Kate Douglas is in 5, 19 years old from Pelham, New York. Like Walsh, a personal best in the semis to get here. Madison Cox is in lane 6, 10th in the 400 IM earlier in trials. Will this be a better event for her? Tori Husk, the 18-year-old, who won the 100 fly, opportunity here to have another event on her Olympic program. Beta Nelson in lane 8, Wisconsin Aquatics, the 22-year-old, also personal best in the semifinal. 200-meter IM, 4 disciplines, 50 meters each. Spot on the Olympic team on the line.
Take your mark.
This race is going to come down to which athlete worries the least about the one that is next to them. You have to swim your own race and take those blinders off on that last 50 freestyle. But right now, this first 150 is about playing on your strengths, working your weaknesses, and trying to keep those blinders on.
Tori Husk out early in 7, no surprise. That's what we saw in the prelims.
And I will tell you, that's exactly what we expected, right? And this is why this race is so exciting, Elizabeth, because it can change, the lead can change hands so many different times. It's one of my favorite events to watch. And Husk is out there. She's got a great first 100, but the middle 100 will belong to lane number 4. That's Alex Walsh right there in the middle.
Walsh gaining some ground here on Husk. They look up at those backstroke flags, know that the wall is coming, and they turn halfway through with Husk leading Walsh and Kate Douglas 1.7 behind.
Under 1 minute at the 100 is so fast. 2 swimmers, both at 59, and this is where swimmers like Madison Cox, Megan Small, Melanie Margalis are going to have to make their move. Breaststroke is their power move right now.
Cox is right above Husk. A lot of people pulling from Madison Cox. Has got a great breaststroke. Boy, you see Walsh, that's what I talked about. The middle 100 is just sensational. And she was faster than anybody else on the last 50 in the semis.
Outstanding 50 for Walsh in the white cap, who's taking the lead as they go to freestyle and turn for home.
And there goes Madison Cox right there. Husk is looking pretty good on the freestyle as well.
It is Walsh in 4. Cox in 6, trying to close and gaining ground on her. Final 10 meters. Walsh in 4, Cox in 6, Douglas on the move in 5. It'll be tight at the wall, and it is Walsh. Alex Walsh, Kate Douglas, the 19-year-olds, go 1-2. And Alex Walsh makes the U.S. Olympic team with Kate Douglas almost certain to join her in Tokyo as well.
Oh my. Madison Cox, 2 100ths of a second. The joy. 4 100ths separated the top 3 swimmers. Elizabeth.
The reality after the joy, right?
Yeah.
She's just staring at that board and just looking at 2 100ths of a second. The difference between second and third, and likely the difference between Tokyo or not.
And this fly turn, Tori Husk out fast, Alex Walsh both out fast. And there's Cox underwater right there. And coming into the 200, you see the lead that Husk has on the rest of the field. Alex Walsh right here staying really close. And that breaststroke leg for Douglas, moving her up just a bit. And this 150 turn, Madison Cox made such a great move on that 50 breaststroke.
And Elizabeth, I thought she had it.
I did too.
Literally until about 5 meters left, I thought she had it. I thought, oh my gosh, she's finally going to become an Olympian. And look at this.
You can just see how 2/100ths of a second.
And it's actually 4/100ths of a second between 3 swimmers.
Incredible. Right there.
It's exhausting.
You can barely see it with your eye, and that's the difference of
joy and heartbreak.
You got it. Walsh and Douglas, both 19 years old. The University of Virginia Cavaliers. What a great year it was for Virginia in the pool. They go 1-2. And Madison Cox just so much staring at the board in disbelief and consoled by others as she got out of the pool, finishing third. Tori Husk finishes fourth.
Yes, ma'am!
But what a night for Alex Walsh. Hometown Nashville, Tennessee. And all the emotion of that moment, and with a teammate as well, Kate Douglas. A swim they'll talk about for years. They'll never forget what just happened with them. 2/100ths of a second separating them, and in all likelihood, Douglas, who finished in second, will join Walsh, the winner here, when the U.S. Olympic team is named. And I mentioned Melanie Margalis, who was in this race representing the USA before. She finished sixth. But she went over and spent a moment or two with Madison Cox and just had a word with her to help understand what it's like. Margalis understands what Cox just went through. Here's Michelle with the other side of the story.
Alex, a win by 2/100ths of a second. Just a dogfight there. What were you sensing down the stretch?
You know, I just wanted it so badly. I just put my head down, like, that was the hardest 15 meters I've ever had to swim, and I just kept thinking about all my teammates and the hard work I put in this season. That kept me going to the end.
When you looked up and saw the scoreboard, what went through your mind?
I couldn't believe I touched first. I'm just so happy. I'm so excited to represent USA at Tokyo. I really couldn't be more pleased.
You're on your way. Sign the drum.
She can catch her breath, right? Exhausted, and the emotion on top of it as well. Welcome to Team USA, 19-year-old Alex Walsh. Katie Ledecky, 7:22 local time. She won the 200 free. About 29 minutes later, she got the medal for that. And in a couple of minutes, she's back in the pool trying to win the 1500 free.